The head of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, just released an official statement that is essentially attacking Xbox and claiming that they're not playing fair. And I want to discuss it because the statement itself, honestly, it's kind of just shocking to see somebody that is so high up at a billion-dollar company sort of discussing the nature of the gaming industry and the nature of acquisitions. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I think we need to just start off by agreeing the fact that right now, Microsoft's buying Activision Blizzard, the $70 billion deal that's still currently under investigation, it's going to change how video games are approached. It's going to change how they're released. I mean, not only are they buying Call of Duty, they're buying World of Warcraft, they're buying Activision Blizzard as a whole. They're getting everything from Overwatch and Diablo on top of everything else. And so that is a very, very, very big deal. And I think this is going to strengthen Game Pass to a heavy degree. But specifically, what PlayStation seems to be the most disturbed about is the loss of access of Call of Duty. PlayStation and Sony has sort of hinted at the fact that they've been making billions and billions of dollars every single year off the sales of Call of Duty. Whenever a game is purchased on a PlayStation console, 30% of that price goes directly to PlayStation, whether it is just the $60 cost of the game, the microtransactions, the map packs, all of that does go to Sony, which of course sometimes goes to funding their own games. And it seems like the head of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, is claiming that if they don't have access to Call of Duty, it's simply unfair. But let's take a look at his official statement. So this is GamesIndustry.biz, which got this weird, interesting press release. Now, I just want to say once again, this is absolutely real, but PlayStation is claiming that their Xbox deal, this offer that they've been given, is inadequate on many levels. Microsoft has offered to let Call of Duty stay on PlayStation consoles 3 years beyond their current contracts. Now, there's a lot of puff in this article. I want to scroll down and start with his official statement because this is just bonkers. Again, this is the head of PlayStation. I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this to the public forum. Now, what he's referring to is that there have been these weird sort of things that have been coming out over the course of the last couple days where randomly, seemingly for no reason, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, has just been talking about the fact that they do pinky promise that they're going to keep having Activision games come out on different consoles. It feels like this is sort of to push back on the fears that somehow they're just trying to destroy the gaming industry in an effort to power up Game Pass. Now, my personal opinion, I do think that this deal is probably going to get finished relatively soon. I don't think this is going to hurt the gaming industry, and if anything, I do think this is probably going to spike the heck out of Xbox sales, understandably, but I just, as it currently stands, even as a person that currently has a subscription to World of Warcraft and as a person that's completely obsessed with Diablo, I still don't think this is going to impact it. I still think you're probably going to see a lot of games third party, like going to other consoles because it is free money. I still think that Microsoft's whole plan is that you'll be able to buy Call of Duty somewhere else, but if you want to get it on Game Pass, if you want it for free, so to speak, you have to go to them. But going back to his official statement here, Microsoft has only offered Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal is inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee that PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. Now, this entire thing, I believe that this conversation is completely its public posturing. What's currently going on is because this deal is so many tens of billions of dollars, all the major governments of the world are having to look into it. They're having to do these official investigations to see, is this fair? Like, basically, can you actually scoop up the entire industry? Even if you have trillions of dollars, you're not able to just buy your competitors because obviously it could break gaming. And what's currently going on is this investigation. So what's going on currently is that in the UK, basically basically in the United Kingdom, they have this special group called the Competition Markets Authority. So they are recommending that they do a deeper investigation, actually digging into all the different aspects of this, how it could end up influencing other studios, other games, other third-party projects. Like, I do believe that there is going to be a shift because of this. I think EA Games making stuff like Battlefield 2042, other people trying to make their own shooters, I do feel like this is going to influence things to a degree, but it seems like what Sony's tactic here is a little bit different than something you typically see. I believe that what they're trying to do here is just try and make a big fuss. Since there is all these investigations, there is all these big regulatory institutions digging through all these very delicate pieces of paperwork, I think Sony is trying to get the best deal possible. Eventually, if Activision is bought, Call of Duty is going to leave PlayStation. That's just a fact. That's how the story ends. We all know it. We all understand that's exactly what's going to happen at the end of this. I think Sony is trying to say, okay, if we ruffle our feathers, if we pound our chest, if we pretend like this is a bigger deal, maybe we can have access to it longer. As it currently stands, I believe that they had a 5-year contract. They've extended it by 3 years because of these talks. That means that right now there's an 8-year contract total, I believe, where there is still going to be Call of Duty games appearing on PlayStation. It sounds like they want to extend that to maybe 10 years or 12 years. I guess the interesting thing is that this talk, this statement, it does almost seem to imply that there is some sort of monetary benefit that Sony is looking for. It sounds like Jim Ryan is looking for a specific idea of like, okay, if we are able to get so many tens of billions of dollars out of the deal ourselves, if we are able to keep access to Call of Duty games, I don't know. It just seems interesting that there is still this big, bashful back and forth. The console wars this generation, in my opinion, have really been heating up. I do feel like the acquisition of Bungie, I do think a lot of these talks about Bethesda making all these exclusive Xbox Game Pass games. Honestly, I'm so obsessed with a bunch of these Sony first-party games, everything from obviously Ghost of Tsushima and God of War Ragnarok and all that. I do feel like everybody is actually posturing and pivoting to make the best games possible for their platform, but simultaneously, I do think that there's more of an offensiveness to this. There's more of, not only do I want my games to be good, I want to make sure your games do bad. And I think that's what this is. I think that this is Sony sort of saying, what can we do to get a big old piece of that Microsoft pie? What can we do to make sure that Call of Duty, that Activision is still paying our rent, even as it makes your console sales go way up? But what do you think about this? Is this some sort of big farcical display? Is this just a bunch of posturing for profit? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. I just got new internet installed, by the way, so I can upload this video in 1 second. I'll make you guys a deal. Maybe I kind of want to start live streaming. Would you guys like me to do some live streams? Maybe on Twitch? I don't know. Give this video a couple thousand likes so I know if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. Much love. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.